Alright, this is the control for our version 7 Knight Rider Lite, the multicolored unit. The version 5.5 Trans Am and 5 and the version 5 Mustang control about the same except without the color change part. Now, to change the scan, I basically just press the scan up button, which is button A. There are 34 scans total. When I hit the final one, it'll loop back around to the first one. Or I can go scan back, button B. And the same thing, if I hit the first scan and I keep going back, it'll loop back to the final scan. So you can go really either direction, doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm going to put this in speed control mode. Right now I have it in color control mode. So I hold down button B for 3 seconds. When it's done, it'll give me feedback. Alright, so it flashes at me. Now I'm in speed mode. C and D control speed up, speed down. There are 10 speeds total. So speed up, button C. Just notice the little flash in the inner corners every time I hit the speed button. When I hit the final speed, it can't go any faster. You can hear the relay clicking no matter how many times I press it. There's no feedback, the scan's not interrupted, it just keeps on going. Speed down, button D. And the same thing, when I get to the slowest speed, I won't get any more feedback and it won't interrupt the scan, it'll just keep on scanning. Now if I want to go into color control mode, I hold down the B button for 3 seconds. The color control / speed toggle is always B, and when it's done it'll give me feedback. Alright, there's the feedback, it flashes multicolored. Now the speed control buttons were C and D, now they become color control. So I'll go color down first. Every time I press it. Alright, so blue is the first color, so I'll press it, it'll just stay on blue. So color up. There are 16 total colors, and at the very end 2 color morph that'll actually shift through the different colors. And the EEPROM on here will save the color and scan, the color and speed set for every single scan. So once you set them, you really don't have to go back and change them again. It will remember them. The next mode is the combo scan mode. If I hold down button A for 3 seconds, got my feedback. This will run through every scan 5 times and then go to the next scan, and it'll run through all 34 scans and then loop back to the first. It works out really good for car shows, you know, to kind of show all the different scans that it can do. And it also pulls up every color and every speed that was set when you were doing the single scans. So now it's on scan 2. It'll run this one 5 times and then so on and so on. The strobes it'll do a little more than 5 times. If I want to go back to my normal scanner control mode, I hold down button A, 3 seconds, get my feedback, and now I could actually start changing scans again. When I'm in combo scan mode, if I just press any button, it won't do anything. You'll hear a click, but the scans will just keep on running. Next, hold function, button C. Hold it down 3 seconds. Alright, that activates my speed lock, my color lock. So if I have every color and speed the way I like it, I can't accidentally bump the color up or the speed up or anything like that. Now when I press the color and speed buttons, they won't do anything. I can still change my scans like normal, but color and speeds are locked. If I want to unlock it, again, I just hold down button C. 3 seconds. Got my feedback. Now I'm changing my color again. Or I can switch back, holding down button 3 seconds. Get the multicolored, now I'm in speed mode. Final hold function on the remote. Button D. So if you're somewhere in the scans, like scan 20 or whatever, and you want to go back to the default scan 1, which is the 2008 style Knight Rider scan, you hold down button 3. And now it goes back to scan number 1. And that's it for the remote. Okay, part 2 of this is the Android device control. I have a lot of people ask if you can do it with iPhone. Unfortunately, there's nobody out there I know of, or no app out there that can actually control this processor with an iPhone. So only Android. I don't use an Android phone either. I just bought this off eBay, 50 bucks. It works as a good remote control. So you would sync this like you would sync a Bluetooth headset, anything. You just go into your settings, Bluetooth, and you look for an open Bluetooth line. I mean, most people know how to do that, so I won't waste time covering that right here. Now, for this to work, you have to download a program called PFOD app, P-F-O-D-A-P-P. It's about $5 on the Google Play Store. I'm going to open it up. Okay, connect with my scanner. And here is the main page. Now with this I could do quite a bit. I can go in here, I can turn it off, all the LEDs off, hit my save button, and the scan is off. Nothing there. Turn everything back on. Scanner controls. 4 buttons on here, actually 5. Right now, the center button toggles. There's an A in front of the actual scan name. I don't know if the scan name shows up on the screen, but the A means all. So that means when I hit scan forward and scan back, it's really responsive. It'll go through every scan. It won't skip any scans. I'll kind of explain that in a little bit, what the difference is. Same thing with speed. When I hit the last speed, the high speed, it disappears. There's no feedback with like you get with the remote, because you don't really need it, because the button will disappear once you hit the final speed. I mean, you can go really fast with this, which is great about it. Go scan back. Let me go back now to the main scan page. Next feature, create favorites list. This is where, let's say, because now on the main scan page, all the scans are named. Let's say there's only 3 or 4 scans that you really like out of the 34. You can go into each one and check off, which scans are your favorites. Pulse in, short, whatever ones. Hit the save button, and then when you back out, go back in your scanner controls. The center toggle, if you press it, now it's F, scan in. So that means I'm only going to do my favorite scans. Now I only picked a couple, so it's pretty much just going to be a couple different scans on here. Actually, I just picked one. Go back into there. Now for the next part, to create a color, use your color controls. You can save and create up to 9 custom colors. The way it works is you have to mix different levels of red, blue, and green. The center tells you, right now I'm on red. It goes from 0 to 255. 255 is basically full red. So if I hit the toggle in the middle, green's at 119, blue's at 0. If I want to start adding, let's say, a little more blue to it, you'll see the color start changing. Let's take it all to 255. So now it's a little more purple. Let's see, I want to remove all the red. It's more of like a light blue now. And I can bump up the green. It gives you quite a bit of options in here. I mean, you can just add a slight bit of red and you start getting a little bit more noticeable of a different color. I know on the camera it's hard to see because the light just kind of glares over it. Take out all the blue here. Give me more of a yellow. And if I have a color I like, I hit Save User Color. I would hit yes, and then the save button, or no if I don't like it, like I did there, and it would be saved. And then I can go to top button will go to user color 2, user color 3, and so on. I can do up to 9 colors. Go back to the scan controls. Center button toggle, now my favorite scans. Now I'm in color control. So when I do color up, it tells me in the center what color I'm on. So I'm red. And each time it'll actually change the name. It'll tell me if I'm a user 9, user 10. So here's user color number 5. This is color morph 1 where it actually shifts colors. And again, it does save the color and scan set even when using an Android device. If I have all the color and speeds that I like set, I can go to speed control at the bottom here. This is just a switch. I turn it off. So I don't want to accidentally bump it. So now when I go to scan control, the top and bottom buttons are gone. No more color control, no more scan control. We'll turn it back on. Speed control on. Now my buttons are back. The final part is a scanner loop for the actual looping mode. Now before with the remote you had to hold the button down. It's a lot easier to do with this. Basically you can have all scans run 5 scans each and it'll keep on looping. You can do just your favorite scans, just the strobe scans, or you can do all the scans with color morph, which is the bottom one here. Or if you just want to go to the home scan, which is the 2008 Knight Rider scan, hit the little save button in the lower corner and there you go. And it takes you back to the home page. And that is it for all the Android controls.